What's up, good people? It's time for another episode of This Brother Can Fly. Wait a minute. It's time for my medical appointment. And guess what? You're coming with me. Let's go! Okay, so I'm here at my Aviation Medical Examiner's Office, or AME for short. So if you ever hear me say AME, that's Aviation Medical Examiner. Now, they are medical doctors, but I think they specialize specifically in doing aviation medical exams. So we're about to go over here into this building and see what it's all about. Now, I have no idea what to expect. And a little nervous because it's the unknown. But we'll see. I mean, it shouldn't be too big a deal, right? Okay, so I need level 100. Okay, so that's 300, that's 200. Where the heck is 100? We'll figure it out. I'm gonna go in here. So, but at any rate, going on in, probably can't do anything in here, and it's probably gonna be too dark and the lighting's gonna be bad. But I'll come back right after the appointment is done. By the way, I just found the 100 level. Had to walk all the way through the building, but there it is right there, the 100 level. All right, going in. I had to get this real quick. Check this out. This is the first medical office I've ever been in when there's like airplanes all over the place. Isn't this cool? So this is actually the medical office. This is like a pretty awesome. So just wanted to show this real quick. But I thought this was like pretty cool, so I like whipped out the camera. All right, I gotta turn this off because it's getting ready to get personal. But I just wanted to show you this. This is great. All right, so my appointment is over, and I'll definitely run through some of the things that they did in the actual medical appointment. It was interesting because at first my blood pressure was a little bit elevated. I guess I should go back around this way. I'm gonna have to go back in this building, so you know, I'll start once I get back through because it's gonna get too dark and you're not gonna see me. All right, hold on 1 second. Okay, so finally got to the other side of the building, back outside. So the good news is at the end of the day, I actually have my medical certificate. And it's a little windy out here, so I don't want to try to show it to you right now. So I'll wait until I get home so I can actually show it to you. But I didn't realize I would have it. But yeah, I'm medically certified to take flight training, and that's pretty exciting. So what did they do during the actual medical? Well, let me run through a few quick things, and I think you'll find it interesting. So, of course, they did all of the standard stuff. Blood pressure, height, weight, that kind of stuff. But one of the things that's really interesting, it was kind of interesting to try to figure out how to do this, is they had this little strip that you had to pee on. I guess it was to check for barbiturates or drugs or that kind of thing. But trying to pee on a little strip, because I actually had to pee badly. Trying to pee on that strip and get the pee in the toilet and on the strip and in the toilet at the same time, a little bit difficult for a brother. So sorry, cleaning people. I mean, I tried to do a little something before I left, but it was definitely a little bit of stuff going on around the toilet. So anyway, sorry about that, people. But at any rate, had to pee on this strip, guess, you know, checking for drugs or whatever. And then the most interesting part of the actual exam was the vision test. Not only was it kind of like left eye, right eye in this machine that you put your head on, but they also, I guess they were checking for color blindness, because there were these like little bubbles. Each of the bubbles had numbers, and there were like various kind of like pixels inside the bubbles, and the pixels were different colors in terms of like, you know, spelling out a particular number. So for instance, you may have like a blue background, and inside that blue background bubble were pixelations of like red, you know, spelling out the number 26. Then there was another one where it was another bubble where it was like maybe a red background, and it was like a green pixelation of a number 10. So definitely was, I guess, checking for whether or not, you know, I had any color blindness or anything like that. And so that wasn't an issue for me. So after doing the color blindness test, jumped up on the table, a push here, a push there, does this hurt, does that hurt? And then bend over, touch your toes, reach down as far as you can. Of course, the breathing with the stethoscope to check to see if there's any obstruction in the airways, all of those typical things. And then at the end, he said, okay, I'm clearing you medically, and I'm gonna give you your 3rd class medical certificate. Yes! And so I am now medically cleared to start my flight training. And that's something, like I said, I wanted to do prior to going into flight training, because I didn't want to go there only to start training and, I don't know, my blood pressure's up, or there's some kidney thing or something like that, which would stop. But now I'm cleared medically. The medical certificate that I have lasts for 2 years. And so by then, prayerfully, and everything goes the way I want to, I will be a licensed pilot. And then of course I will have to come back and keep my medical certificate up to date. But yeah, so I'm ready to go. So next up is I will show you what the medical certificate looks like, and then we will talk about sign-up day, because it's coming. It's coming. All right, so now that my medical appointment is over, I want to show you exactly what I got from the doctor once my medical appointment was done. Now, I will say, the only thing is it's not funny, but at one point my man was like doing something like this. I was like, oh, you're not gonna do that, are you? So, but no, we didn't have to do the old bend over and the fingers. So none of that. None of that, thank the Lord. So, but at any rate, so what I got after the medical appointment is my medical certificate, and I'll show you that right now. Okay, as you can see, I have my medical certificate here now. Of course, I have a bunch of stuff blocked off because, well, I mean, it's a lot of personal information. But, yep, this is my medical certificate, 3rd class, and this is what was handed to me. And this is actually absolutely required before you go into flight school. They want to make sure that you are able to, you know, handle the physical requirements it takes to fly an airplane. So I've got my medical certificate. Okay, now that I have my medical certificate, I know what you're saying, and I'm saying it myself. Russ, when are you gonna get to the flying, dude? Enough of the talking and riding the motorcycles and all of that. I want to see you fly. Well, guess what? I want to see me fly too. However, there are some steps I have to take before I actually sign up and start taking my lessons. And because I want to make sure that if I've inspired anybody else to start taking this journey, I want them to understand the steps it takes before you go into a flying school. I don't want anybody to be under the false impression that you can just walk into a flying school, plunk a bunch of money down, and start your flying lessons. There are steps and certifications you need to get before you go into a flying school, so in that way they make sure you're airworthy. But here's the other thing. Don't we want the process to be somewhat careful in terms of who gets into airplanes? We already know how that goes. When certain people get in airplanes, bad things can happen. So this process is important. And trust me, I'm I can't wait to go in there and start flying, start taking my lessons, sign up, all of that kind of stuff. So trust me, I'm there, I'm ready to make this happen. So there's one more certification that I have to get, and I'm going to talk about that certification in my next video and go through the steps that I needed to take in order to start the process of getting that certification. I promise you, once we get through that video, it is going to be sign-up day. So don't give up on me now. Continue on this journey. I thank you for all the people who have been on this journey with me. To all my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for supporting a brother. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button down on the bottom of the screen. You'll see a little box that says subscribe. Please do a brother a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Do me proud. So I thank you for everybody who's been on this journey with me thus far. Really, it has meant a lot to me. Without your support, subscribing to the channel, reaching out in the comments, sending me kind words from Facebook and all of that kind of stuff, I couldn't do this without you. Trust me. There are times where I doubt whether I can really make this happen, but the fact that you folks are really beginning to subscribe to the channel, send me comments, reach out to me, support, that means a lot. So I really thank you. For those who are watching, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that little box at the bottom of this video, subscribe to the channel. I thank you so much for taking this journey with me. So next video, we're going to talk about the student certification, and from there, we're going to start talking about sign-up day. I can't wait. I'm telling you, I am so excited. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. This brother can fly, signing off. Peace.